Get ready to witness the power of partnership as our premier partners take to the asphalt. Green light, and they're off. On the track, we have our first partner, Layered Premium Blend Genetics, from premiumblendgenetics.com. Next up, it's Beck's Hybrids, from beckshybrids.com. And here comes ShowRight, from showright.com. Coming around, we have Brad Howe Ford, from bhiford.com. And here comes First Farmers Bank and Trust, from ffbt.com. And rounding out the racers, it's Kennedy Ventures, from kennedyventuresok.com. On the track and in the ring, it's all about collaboration and teamwork. Join us in honoring our premier partners because together they're the driving force of the livestock industry.
It's time for Cattleman's Congress. This is a Walton Webcasting production. Livestock like you've never seen before.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 6th Annual Supernational Shorthorn Pin Show at the 6th Annual Cattleman's Congress. We're excited to be here, and we're going to get underway with the show in just a few minutes, so be ready to go.
And then the order they're listed on there is the order they're bringing them in. So.
Well, we're blessed today for our Supernatural Pin Show to have Matt Agan from Harmony, Minnesota, along with his wife Jessica and sons Hunter and Garrett. They own and operate Oak Meadow Farms, a registered Simmental seed stock operation. Oak Meadow Farms is dedicated to producing high-quality, healthy Simmental genetics with select bulls and females marketed through an annual production sale each February. Matt is an active member of the American Simmental Board of Trustees, representing the North Central region. Over the years, he has judged cattle shows in 10 states, ranging from local to national level, including prestigious venues such as Louisville, the American Royal, Fort Worth, and the Cattleman's Congress. Let's welcome Matt this morning with a big round of applause. Our first class of the day is going to be a set of Shorthorn Plus spring heifer calves. These come from the Stepping Stone Ranch, Ron and Shirley Bussey, Northwest Kansas, from Edson, Kansas. They've been in the business since 1985. The first one in the ring is sired by SSRB Geronimo, born May 21st of 25. She weighed 729 and had a weight per day of 3.14. The Stepping Stone Ranch sells club calves, heifers, bulls by private treaty, and they're stalled over in the South Arena. And they've been showing in the pin shows since the 90s, have won several champion awards, and are grateful to the American Shorthorn Association for having such great shows. They've been a past show honoree. Our second female coming into the ring is another daughter of SSRB Geronimo, born May 10th of 2025. She weighed 780 and had a WDA of 3.21. 780, 3.21. And our third heifer to round out this pen, again is a daughter of SSRB Geronimo, born May 21st of 2025. She weighed 713, had a WDA of 3.07. The average birth date on the pen is 5/17 of 25. Average weight 741, with an average weight per day of age of 3.14. As they bring them back in, this is the entry of Shorthorn Plus spring heifer calves from the Stepping Stone Ranch. All daughters of SSRB Geronimo, all born May of 2025. Average weight per day of age of 3.14. For those of you that are taking in the events here at the Cattlemen's Congress today, there will be a Shorthorn Pen Social at 2 p.m. in the South Covered Arena. And shortly after that, we're going to have the Summit Sale at OKC. So please join us in barn number 3 in the sale ring at 5:30 p.m. And as you're watching these entries in the show, if you see the white tags, they're consignments for that sale this evening. And we want you to join us, have good fellowship, and participate in the sale. And they're bringing them back in to line them up. Again, this is the Stepping Stone Ranch, Ron and Shirley Bussey from Edson, Kansas, on May spring heifer calves in the Shorthorn Plus Pen Show. We'll now have comments from Judge Egan.
Well, first off, thanks for having me back here. The Shorthorn Association, I got to help with the Edge show last year, which was a lot of fun for me because it's all about balancing the data and how the cattle look on the hoof. Just a single entry in this class, and from what I was hearing, they're all out of the same sire. But one thing that hits me when these cattle come in here is they have a lot of performance. They're young calves, tons of muscle in them. When we look at the scan data that we saw on that sheet, that was pretty impressive, the rib area. And when you look at these cattle, you can see that down their top. They've got some muscle, they've got some width, kind of a good easy flesh and look to them. They're moderate and they got that stoutness. Congrats to these exhibitors on a nice trio of heifers.
That'll be your champion Shorthorn Plus pin of heifers today. So congratulations to the Stepping Stone Ranch. And visit their stalls later. Well, we're going to get into the Shorthorn Plus pin show. We've got a set of spring bull calves for your evaluation from Trails In Shorthorns. Mike Barrows, Vera, Oklahoma, been in the business 7 years. Our first leadoff bull is a son of Silvera Style, born February 9th, 2025. Bull weighs 1230 with a weight per day of age of 3.69. We should note that this leadoff bull is Lot 8 in the Summit sale tonight, so pay close attention. There's an opportunity here. Our second bull in the ring is a son of TESCC Almighty Zeus, 755JET. Born March 30, 2025, he weighed 834 with a WDA of 2.94. This bull is a son of their herd sire, Almighty Zeus, and that was Bull of the Year in 2023 and 2024. And we might know from Trails In Ranch, they say that all the bulls are for sale either privately or as with their leadoff bull in the Summit sale tonight. So if you're in the market, quality set of bulls to look at here. We've got our third bull getting ready to come in from Trails In Shorthorns. This is a son of Keneally No Limit. Born March 28th of 2025, he had a weight of 802, a WDA of 2.80. Statistics on this pin, their average birth date was March the 13th of 2025. Their average weight was 955. They had an average weight per day of age of 3.14. Calving ease of 10, birth weight of 2.3, 62 weaning, 98 yearling, 21 milk, 10 for calving ease maternal, 26 for carcass weight, 17 for marbling, and a CPI of 133.07. And just a reminder, as they get these bulls back together to bring in the display in the ring together, remember that leadoff bull, lot 8 tonight in the summit sale. And the other bulls are available private treaty if you go to the Trails End pins.
Just a single entry in our Shorthorn Plus bull division out here. Got some black bulls, obviously got probably some Angus Shorthorn cross, I'm guessing, out here. Thing that stood out on paper for me was their growth EPDs, that stood out to me. They beat the average in that in a lot of categories, and especially their lead bull. That bull's got a good weight per day of age, really good set of testicles, and like the announcer said, he's selling later on, but really a nice calf. He highlights this pen for me. I hate to individualize any in here, but he's a standout in this trio of bulls. But congrats to these exhibitors for winning this division. Congrats.
Well, we send our congratulations to Trails End Shorthorns with their champion pen of Shorthorn Plus Spring Bull calves. Congratulations. We're going to take a picture break for those first two pins with our judge, and then we'll be right back. Again, if you're attending the show all day, we encourage you to go to the Shorthorn Pin Social at 2 p.m. in the South Covered Arena, and then attend the Summit Sale at OKC, which will kick off at 5:30 p.m. in the Barn 3 sale ring. After our picture break, we're going to roll into our Shorthorn Pin of 3 female show. And we've got some excellent pins for your viewing, so stick around, folks. We're just going to build excitement as the show goes along. All right, we're getting back started again with our Shorthorn Pin of 3 female show. Our first pin comes from Cedar Lane in Oak Hill, Ohio. That's Jeff and Susie Winkle, Cedarville, Ohio. Been in business 40 years. First animal in the ring is a daughter of Byland Flash, 9U 106. Born April 10th of 2025, weighs 877 with a weight per day of age of 3.21. Cedar Lane Farms, they sell bulls and females, both at association sales, beef expos, and also available private treaty, primarily the Ohio Beef Expo, the Ohio Shorthorn Association Fall Showcase, and again, off the farm. The second female in the ring, a April 25th, 2025, daughter of Little Cedar Aviator, 503X. She weighed 801 and had a weight per day of age of 310. Cedar Lane Farm focuses on purebred shorthorns, focusing on functional cattle for showing, advocate, or for the commercial cowman. Bulls, heifers, cows, semen embryos are all available at private treaty. And rounding out the Cedar Lane Farm pin will be a May 15th, 2025 daughter of Little Cedar Aviator, 503X. She weighed 757 with a weight per day of age of 3.18, bringing the average birth date of the pin to April 26th of 2025. Average weight, 812. Average WDA, 317. And the average EPDs for the pin are 13 for cavities, 2.8 birth, 47 weaning, 70 yearling, 21 milk. We have a calving ease index of 4335, a British maternal index of 118.86, a cow productivity index of 140.57, and a dollar feedlot of 50.8767. Again, this is our first pin of spring heifer calves from Cedar Lane Farm, Oak Hill, Ohio. All right, our next pin of spring heifer calves comes from Zachary Knutson, Zimbrata, Minnesota. The first heifer in this set of spring heifer calves, a daughter of AC PLC Power Broker 645, calved on April 20th, 2025, a weight of 741, and a weight per day of age of 2.82. Knutson Shorthorn, Zach and Brooke Knutson, have been in the business 14 years. They sell bred females at the Minnesota Shorthorn sale first Sunday in March. Open heifers and bulls are sold at private treaty in the fall and spring. They place emphasis on consistent calving intervals, calving ease, overall low maintenance cattle. Cow and replacement heifers are expected to overwinter outside on round bales without supplemental grain. Several of these animals are in the Summit sale, and they make lot 10A, 10B, 10C, and then they have lot 10 embryos that are full sibs to some of the females in this pen. Coming in the ring, a daughter of AC PLC Power Broker 645, calved on April 23rd of 2025. She weighed 727 with a weight per day of age of 2.80. And the third heifer was Ronald Park Slurpee, May 2nd, 2025, weighing 779, 3.10. Average age of the pen was April 25th, 2025. Average weight of the pen, 749. Average weight per day of age, 2.91. Calving ease average was 13, 2.4 birth, 70 weaning weight, 50 weaning weight, 74 yearling weight, 26 milk, 4 calving ease maternal, 16 carcass weight, with index values CZ of 45.45, British maternal of 133.25, cow productivity of 153.86, and dollar feedlot of 53.22. Our third pen in this class comes from Lazy Bar F Shorthorns, Don Ferguson, Chickasha, Oklahoma. They've been in the business 25 years. The first daughter is a March 14th birth date of 2025. She's sired by /F, Ace in the Hole, weighed 852 with a weight per day of age of 2.84. The next female entering the ring, a daughter of /F Wildcard, 214, born March 9th of 2025, a weight of 781, weight per day of age of 2.56. Lazy Bar F sells females and bulls by private treaty. Come by their stalls and check out their pen. The last animal from the Lazy Bar F pen was /F Ace in the Hole, born 4/2 of 25, weight of 764, weight per day of age of 2.72. That brings the average for this pen with a birth date of March the 18th of 2025, an average weight of 799, an average weight per day of age of 2.71. Averages for the pen for calving ease are 14, birth weight 1.7, weaning weight 36, yearling weight 52. As we look at the index values, 5112 calving ease, British maternal of 110.34, cow productivity of 134.96, and dollar feedlot of 44.79. That's the pen from Lazy Bar F Shorthorns, Chickasha, Oklahoma. Now these three pens will be coming back and competing for the Spring Heifer Calf Division Championship and the Spring Heifer Calf Division Reserve Championship. Pin coming in the ring right now is the Cedar Lane pin of Spring Heifer Calves from Oak Hill, Ohio. The second pin coming in the ring, Zachary Knutson from Zumbrata, Minnesota. Those are also their consignment of Spring Heifer Calves. And then our third pin that'll be coming along here will be Lazy Bar F from Chickasha, Oklahoma. Judge Agan then will be evaluating these three pins and picking his Spring Heifer Calf Division and Spring Heifer Calf Division Reserve.
Really, really a good class of heifers out here. I'd like you to give these exhibitors a big round of applause. You never know what you're going to get into, and this is a tough class because I think it's really evenly matched from top to bottom. Feet and legs are great on all these cattle, and uniformity is really quite good in these sets of heifers out here. It's fun. It's really fun for me to judge a pen show because that's kind of what we get geared up for in our operation, showing pen Simmental bulls, and we're going to take off Sunday. I guess they're taking off with the bulls for Denver, but I know how hard it is to get them ready, get them together, get them matched up. It's quite a challenge, but it keeps us going all the time. I think for me, the set of heifers that's going to win this class is with the ones that came in first in this particular class, the roan heifer and the two dark reds. I think we've got the most quality, we've got the most width in those heifers. When you stand behind them, they're wide pinned, they're stout-made heifers. The lead heifer is really, really good in my opinion. That roan heifer, I think she's very, very nice. We're going to end up with the young kids here in second that brought in the third set of heifers out here. When they were out here prancing around, you could really see they had that good structure in them. They could really get out and move. They're really nice design. I'd call them a little green in their condition, but I mean, for me, that's fine at this stage of the game. They're up-headed, they're feminine, look like heifers that really have a nice look to them. Maybe got outpowered by that class-winning trio for me. rounding out with the heifers in the middle here. These heifers got a lot of useful pieces to them. They're deep-bodied, they're moderate, they're very uniform in their type and kind. I like that about them. Kind of maybe got outclassed on either the heifers ahead of them as far as look and power, but a really good set of heifers, and it's fun to see all these out here in the ring at once. Congrats to you guys.
Well, congratulations for the Cedar Lane Farms on the Spring Heifer Calf Division Champion Pin. And reserve, congratulations goes to Lazy Bar F Shorthorns on their set of Spring Heifer Calves in this division. An excellent class of Shorthorn females today. Now on deck is a class of junior heifer calves. These are going to be the pin from Rising Sun Ranch in Dover, Oklahoma. Randy Grape and Clarissa Wojciechowicz, Dover, Oklahoma. They acquired their first Shorthorn cows in the fall of 2023. Rising Sun Ranch is developing a Shorthorn seed stock operation, building a strong maternal-based program. Cattle are primarily marketed through private treaty, offered in select consignment sales, and their heifer, RSR Magpie, will be offered in the summit sale this evening. The first heifer in the ring, a daughter of Byland Elite, 2SD 66, born February 24th of 25. She weighs 780, weight per day of age of 2.33. Rising Sun Ranch is committed to establishing a foundation centered on sound structure, fertility, longevity, docile disposition. The program emphasis will be on practical, functional, and built to thrive in real-world production environments with a long-term goal of offering seed stock that adds value to both commercial and registered operations. The second heifer in the ring from Rising Sun, a daughter of CF Masquerade, 070 BWX, born March 1 of 2025. She weighed 696, weight per day of age of 2.22. And rounding out this pin from Rising Sun Ranch in Dover, Oklahoma, we have a daughter of JSF McClintock, 123K ET. She's entering the ring now, born February 21st of 2025. She weighed 684, had a weight per day of age of 2.13, bringing the pin average birth weight to February 24th of 2025. Pin average weight, 707. Pin average weight per day of age, 2.23. Pin average calving ease of 18. Average birth weight, minus 0.12. Average weaning, 44. Yearling, 62. Milk, 22. And our index values are 63.43 for calving ease, 140.58 for British maternal, 177.33 for cow productivity, with a dollar feedlot of 48.37. Again, this is the junior heifer calf pin from Rising Sun Ranch, Dover, Oklahoma. These females will be your automatic division winner in the junior heifer calf division. and then they'll be available to come back out versus these spring calves that we just selected as division winners to compete for the champion pin of Shorthorn pin females. Again, if you're going to be here all day, don't miss the Shorthorn Pin Social at 2 p.m. in the covered arena. And definitely don't miss the summit at OKC, which is at 5:30 p.m., Barn 3 in the sail ring. All right, coming back in for our selection of the champion pin of 3 Shorthorn females will be the division winner from Cedar Lane Farm. We'll have the junior heifer calf division from the Rising Sun Ranch, and we also have our reserve division spring heifer calves from Cedar Bar F Shorthorns.
We have the winner of the second class captured here again, and I didn't get a chance to talk about them while they were catching them, but as we bring in, we'll talk about that class, the single entry out here. That what stood out for me is these heifers are very feminine. They've got that great female look to them, and you get to the paperwork, they're really good on that calving ease and birth weight. CPI is way above average. The CPI index is on them, and I appreciate that about them. And and the fact that these numbers are bolstered by IGS, it's a good thing. We've got a good product coming out here. I'll take a moment here to go through these 2 class winners in the second, and we'll get you a grand and reserve in this division.
Again, look for the white tags because those females sell tonight in the summit sale, and there's some real investment opportunities and some great Shorthorn genetics.
Why don't you help me in congratulating these exhibitors out here? They've got a nice set of heifers out here. It's been fun to sort through these. The winner of the first class, there was 3 trios of heifers out there, and it was very competitive from top to bottom. And I thought that set of heifers is very powerful, very functional. Love them when you stand behind them. They've got that nice white PID set in them. Just plenty of power, and they won a good class. We just talked about the winner of the second class, very high calving ease pen, really good in their birth weight, very good indexes on this set of heifers. The second place out of that first class of heifers, we love the extension in these heifers. I love that feminine look they have. They've got extra length of body, and they've just got that extra soundness. I really appreciate that. When they were moving around the pen, you could really see that they had that good structure, good build that you like to have in a female. For me, it kind of comes down to 2 pens out here. It's going to be the first and second out of the first class. I think they're the high-quality ones out here. They're going to be our Grand and Reserve heifer pens. Congrats.
Congratulations for the grand champion pin of 3 heifers to Cedar Lane Farm. And congratulations go back out for the reserve champion pin of 3 Shorthorn heifers to Lazy Bar F Shorthorns, Chickasha, Oklahoma. A great female show, folks. Now we're going to take a picture break and we'll have our show honoree. Well, it's time to honor our show honoree. This year will be Crow Creek Farms. In 2000, Crow Creek Farms ended a 45 years of raising Poll Durford cattle and began a registered Shorthorn herd. Gerald and Stephanie's children, Joby, Ethan Crow, began showing 4-H heifers at local shows as well as the Oklahoma Youth Expo, Oklahoma State Fair, Tulsa State Fair. As the herd grew, Gerald's parents, Terrell and Sue Crow, took on management of the herd during their retirement. Gerald, Stephanie, and Stephen became active in the Oklahoma Shorthorn Association. Gerald and Stephanie have also been involved in the Junior Association, while Ethan served as president and Stephen serving as secretary treasurer. Gerald and Stephen both served on the board of directors, with Gerald serving on the OSA president and Stephen serving as secretary treasurer for many years. The Crow family was blessed to be mentored by Jim and Beverly Freed, Sammy and Wilma Richardson, Tom and Sharon Hergy, Mike and Shirley Stevens. Eager to learn the show cattle side of raising Shorthorns, the family began traveling to major shows from Denver to Louisville. Summer vacations became trip to the Junior National. And in 2011, Joby was voted the Junior Breeder of the Year. Ethan was named ASA Herdsman of the Year in 2019. Gerald served as a member of the ASA Board of Directors. Stephen has served as ASA General Counsel for the past 10 years. The Crow family has excelled in raising, showing both purebred and plus bulls. They've exhibited national champions at the National Western Stock Show in Denver, the American Royal in Kansas City, the Fort Worth Stock Show. In addition, the family has exhibited Grand Champion bulls at the Kansas State Fair, Tri-State Fair in Amarillo, Oklahoma State Fair, Tulsa State Fair. The Crows are the only family in breed history to exhibit both the purebred and plus show bull of the year in the same year. Through both good and challenging times, the Crow family has consistently encouraged, supported young people, helping them become part of the Shorthorn family. A huge congratulations to Crow Creek Farms on being the Cattleman's Congress Show Honoree of the Year.
Well, it's certainly an honor on behalf of the American Shorthorn Association to represent the association and to present the Crow family with the plaques here today. That as we have those discussions about recognizing folks in our board meeting, the Crow family is one that was a very easy sell in terms of making or awarding them and recognizing them as a show honoree for this particular show. My familiarity and introduction to them was in 2004. Do you remember this? Came up to my dad's dispersal and bought a cow And Stephen and his mom and dad were pretty ambitious, and I thought, by golly, big boy, let's just get you a piece of that and see what that's like. And I'll tell you what, over the next several years, I was quite impressed. He surrounded himself with some very knowledgeable people, with Dr. Freed, Sammy Richardson, and those folks that were mentioned earlier, and became very knowledgeable very quickly. And he made some very, very good decisions, and he promoted the cattle in a way that was very honest, and I think people welcomed the Crow family on the road in regards to appreciation for their hard work and their integrity and their success. He's been a tremendous ambassador, as the whole family has. My kids were exposed to Gerald and his wife as they were, for many, many years, junior sponsors of the Oklahoma Shorthorn Association, and they carried that with great honor and integrity. We appreciate not only the folks from Oklahoma, but from a national standpoint, your impact on our breed. Let's give them another nice round of applause, if you would, please.
Again, congratulations to the Crow family. Crow Creek Farms, our 2026 show honoree. Now we're going to get started in our Shorthorn Pin Show today. We're going to have two pins. They're both in the, well, we got a set of spring bull calves and a set of senior bull calves. First up will be a set of spring bull calves. They come from Little Cedar Cattle Company in Beaverton, Michigan. They're over at the picture backdrop now, but when they come back in, let's give them a big rowdy thank you to our junior board members and our Shorthorn lassies for all their help to make this possible. A big thank you to the Shorthorn staff for all the work they do to make these shows run smoothly and put our best foot forward for the Shorthorn breed. Again, if you missed the beginning of the show, we have Judge Hagan from Harmony, Minnesota, that's been evaluating our pin show. He's a member of Oak Meadow Farms, a registered Simmental seed stock operation from Harmony, Minnesota. He's an active member of the American Simmental Association Board of Trustees, has judged several national level shows such as Louisville, American Royal, Fort Worth, and the Cattleman's Congress. Our first pin of Shorthorn bulls will come from Little Cedar Cattle Company, Beaverton, Michigan. First bull in is a son of Little Cedar, W.F. Lookout, 2160. He was born June 14th of 2025, with a weight of 773, a WDA of 3.72. Little Cedar Cattle Company is owned by Steve and Julie French. Little Cedar has been in the business 52 years. They host 2 national level consignment sales annually, both conducted in a live auction format with online bidding. And the goal of the revival sales is to offer opportunities for consignors and buyers to connect and establish relationships, exchange valuable genetics, and create progress within their individual herds and throughout the Shorthorn breed. They have an upcoming springtime revival sale, April 18th at Bell Point Ranch in Lavaca, Arkansas. Second bull in the ring is a son of Little Cedar WF Lookout, 2160, born May 10th, 2025, weight of 891, weight per day of age of 3.67. And the third bull from Little Cedar Cattle Company is a son of BFS, LC, CC, AFLC, direct deposit, 2254 ET, born May the 25th of 2025, has a weight of 893, weight per day of age of 3.92. Okay. Bringing the averages for the pen, birth date of May the 26th, average weight 852, average weight per day of age 3.77. Little Cedar has been very active in the Shorthorn breed and has shown 3 ASA Show Bulls of the Year, Proud Venture, Currency, and Direct Deposit. They have bred and developed the National Champion Bull, Little Cedar WF Lookout, the Reserve National Champion, Little Cedar Cabriella, and are the most impactful sires in the last 25 years, Little Cedar Aviator. Again, this is the pen of 3 spring bull calves from Little Cedar Cattle Company, Steve and Julie French. Average weight of these May bulls is 852. Average WDA of 3.77. Our next pen will be a pen of senior bull calves, all born in September of 2024 from Miller Farms, Fitchburg, Wisconsin. Our first animal in the ring, a son of Byland Flash, 9U106, born September 3rd of 2024 with a weight of 1511, weight per day of age of 3.07. Miller Farm Shorthorns is owned by the Terry Quam family, Lodi, Wisconsin. Miller Shorthorns were established 118 years ago. The Quam family hosts a fall production sale and the Badgerland Bull Sale in the spring. Miller Farm Shorthorns also participates in many of the national sales. The next bull in the ring from Miller Farms, a son of Little Cedar Equator, 2093, born September 5th of 2024, has a weight of 1676, a weight per day of age of 3.42. Miller Farm Shorthorns was founded by Stanley Miller and was managed by his daughter, Linda Lou O'Brien, until 2022, when her nephew Terry Quam and his family purchased the herd. In 2025, the Lydia O'Brien Miller Farm Scholarship was established through the Shorthorn Foundation by 9 nieces and nephews of Linda Lou in honor of her passion for the Shorthorn breed and her dedication to helping young Shorthorn breeders. The Quam family is proud to continue the Shorthorn tradition founded by her grandfather, great-grandfather, and continued by Lydia Lou. Is there still one? That's the last balloon. And the third bull, rounding up the Miller pen of 3, a son of Byland Flash, 9U106, born September 7th, 2024, a weight of 1776, a WDA of 3.64, making the average birth date of this pen, born September 6th of 2024, average weight, 1654, average weight per day of age, 3.38. Again, these bulls will be selling in the Summit sale tonight. What a powerful set of senior bulls. Again, if you're going to be joining us, the Summit sale will be at the Barn 3 sale ring tonight at 5:30 p.m. And ahead of that, we'll have the Shorthorn Pen Social at 2 p.m. in the South Covered Arena. We'll be bringing these 2 pens back, your champion pen of 3 of spring bull calves and your champion pen of 3 of senior bull calves from Little Cedar and Miller Farms, respectively. Judge Agan's going to slap our champion pen once they get lined up here. Again, entering the ring right now is a set of spring bull calves from Little Cedar Cattle Company, Beaverton, Michigan. These bulls had an average birth date of May the 26th, 2025, average weight of 652, average weight per day of age of 3.77. And here we have the Miller Farms Pen of 3 senior bull calves from the Quam family. Again, they'll be available in the summit sale tonight. These bulls have an average birth date of September the 6th, 2024, average weight of 1654, and an average weight per day of age of 3.38. Tremendous quality in this Shorthorn Pen of 3 bull show.
Once again, give these bull exhibitors a big round of applause. Just two classes out here, but it's about as close as you can get. Just to make a little light of the situation, we even had Monty out here helping line up classes before. I said he was working overtime, and I think it was good for him to get out here and move around a little bit, but he was helping out some first-time exhibitors, and I appreciate that. I'm out here actually for our Simmental board meeting, so it's worked out really good for me. And I've talked to Monty on the phone before about IGS and things like that, and the importance of it. And it plays into everything when you look at these cattle. You've got to have the data set, and you've got to have the cattle on the foot, and they need to match. I mean, you need to have both. The cattle got to look good, and then they got to read good, and you've got to find that balance. And like I said, we're bringing our pen bulls out to Denver on Sunday. When we're picking them out, we look at all things considered. We look at weight per day of age. We look at testicles. We look at uniformity. Look at the data set. You know, just all those things encompass it to try to get a nice, complete set of pen of 3. We've got two contrasting types, in my opinion. We've got some really sharp-looking bulls here. Awesome hair coat and presentation. They're big-hipped and attractive. Maybe the middle one doesn't fit those outside two as good. They're quite young when you look at their. You see the birth dates on here. Tremendous weight per day of age on those bulls, and I appreciate that a bunch about them. They're big-hipped. Like you said, those outside two bulls have really got a high neck set in them and really attractive. It looked like good property to me. Middle bull doesn't have that look. He's a good calf. He's deep-bodied. Just doesn't give you the presence of those other two. And then this other set of bulls, they're on the other end. They're older. They're fall bulls, and they've got that extra power and maturity. You kind of got to weigh that in your head. They've got that, you know, like I said, that age advantage to them, and there's a good place for these bulls in the industry. They're big hip, big top bulls. The ribeye area, when you start looking at that and analyzing that data, it gets a little skewed. I mean, these bulls have great big ribeyes. Technically, when you're scanning them, you do the yearlings, you know, but I understand why they do it for the show. But when you look at them on the hoof, they're big top cattle. They got a lot of muscle. Same thing can be said for this pen. The middle bull doesn't quite fit the other two, but that's a deep-bodied, sound-made bull that's really flexible. I'll be honest, I haven't made up my decision. I think they're both great, but they're both totally opposite kind of pens. I'm going to go out and just take another look and try to weigh things out in my head. But once again, congrats to the exhibitors. Really a challenging set of bulls. It's because of the good quality Shorthorn breeders have got. Thanks for having me. I'll take one more look, and I'll get you a grand reserve.
Congratulations to Miller Farms and the Qualm family for your champion pin, reserved to Little Cedar Cattle Company of Beaverton, Michigan. Stay with us the whole day, folks, and join us at 2 p.m. for the Shorthorn Pin Social, and join us for the Summit Sale at OKC, 5:30 p.m. this afternoon, Barn 3 at the sale ring. What a great show today.
Thank you for joining us for Cattleman's Congress. This has been a Walton